So coming from CNBC, China man bad. Can we just stop there? Can we just say new on CNBC, breaking news alert on CNBC. China man is bad. And mic drop. Walk away. Anyways, as I will say the joke many times today, because it is true, parasocial daddy is just tired. He's just tired of the modern world. I went out there, I ran my little 15 miles today, getting prepared for a marathon, and I swear to golly, I took a look at my news feed. Right, I get done, with my 15-mile run. I'm sitting there with my Gatorade. I'm looking at the news feed. Like, can I go back out and run another 15 miles? I think that would be more enjoyable. But no, I'm here. I'm here to talk about the world of technology. Oh, lordy. So Beijing escalating AI espionage to catch up with the US on tech, cybersecurity firm says. Oh, can you believe that the Chinese are doing AI espionage against America? I have a question, like as an American, and again, I will use this every once in a while, just to, as an American. Yeah, how much espionage do we do against China? I'm just curious. I'm just inquiring minds would like to. Do you notice? In our news feeds? We never hear about the espionage done against China by us. We always hear, China man is bad. So anyways, yeah, Beijing supposedly is doing AI espionage. One of the things that I'll talk about with this, my frustration with this whole racism crap against China, how, again, the whole China man bad thing, is I was talking about this before. It's been a little while now. It's like a month or two ago. Oh my golly, Anthropic and OpenAI, they were just crying. They were just bawling over what China was doing to them, right? China was hacking their systems. And I actually kind of thought that was interesting. Well, one of the reasons being is when you look at these models, like they're not, like it's weird to explain what a model is. And like a model is just like this thing. I don't explain it. It's a fucking thing, right? So normally, like when you think about espionage, right? So if China is going after Lockheed Martin, or China is going after one of our weapons manufacturers, right? So they hack in and they figure out what the composition of the paint is on an F-35 that allows it to be stealth, right? That's normally what we think about, like with espionage. And so one of the curious things when we talk about like espionage towards these AI companies, there is an interesting question here about like what, from a practical standpoint, in all seriousness, like what could China steal from these AI companies that is actually valuable, right? A lot of the methodology that these companies are using is pretty standard methodology. The hardware that they're using actually is pretty stock standard, unless you're Google with their TPUs or whatever else. But Google wasn't complaining, right? Most of this stuff, it seems weird when you talk about espionage. Like there really is this practical question of, yeah, but what are they stealing, right? It would be imagine if you had a house, Chinaman broke into your house and it was an empty house. And you're like, oh, okay, well, Chinaman shouldn't break into my house. Yeah, but it's an empty house. And they shut the door on the way out. I'm not really sure what the loss actually is, to be honest with you. I mean, stop! But on the other hand, right? Anyways, what came out with Anthropic and OpenAI? Oh, Dario was tears are coming down Dario's face. Sam Altman was like, how dare you do this to me? And it came down to quote unquote distillation attacks. Again, they call it attacks too, which is just fucking beautiful, right? We talk about words, right? The homeless versus the unhoused, illegal immigrants versus undocumented immigrants, distillation attacks versus using a fucking system, right? Anyways, so the idea with the distillation attacks is using somebody else's AI system to train your system, right? So when you actually start building this artificial intelligence stuff, there's a lot of stuff that goes along with it. And so one of the things that you might be testing for is basically, what kind of responses come back. And so one of the things you can do is you can make a request of your system and see what response your system gives back. And then you can make a request of their system and see what the response comes back. And then you can see how close it basically is. And with the distillation attack, you essentially create the system so your AI model, your AI system can learn from their AI system. Which, look, it is what it is. There's this whole bunch of things that goes around with terms of service and that type of deal. But to call it an attack is a bit of to say that's an exaggeration is about where you're talking about. It is interesting with a lot of these AI companies, right? Cloudflare actually has to provide services in order to stop AI companies from scraping servers, literally because the AI companies are literally crashing people's servers because they're continuously scraping the servers. Even if you're using the robots.txt file, even if you're using the systems that are supposed to prevent AI services from scraping your server, your server will literally, and again, we're talking about web servers here. Web servers should be able to handle a tremendous amount of traffic and not even think about it. Literally, the amount of traffic that is going to these servers from these AI scraping mechanisms is so severe, it's literally crashing servers. Hey, do we want to talk about the American AI companies that are attacking the global web infrastructure? Do we want to talk about the CEOs of these AI companies that have such a bloodlust that they do not care what they have to destroy just so they can pretend their companies have a certain valuation? Do you want to talk about that? No, we're going to talk about how DeepSeek does distillation attacks against OpenAI, because that's the real evil here. So anyways, we're seeing more of this, and we're going to start to see more and more of this get stepped up. Basically, as China stops caring about us. This is a bit of a one-sided, it's starting to get to be a one-sided fight, right? If we take a look at China, right, they're building their hardware stack, they're building their software stack, they're building their businesses. I just talked about they're putting, the government's putting $300 billion into AI infrastructure over the next 5 years. Basically, they are building their systems, and day by day, we're getting left in the dust. And so what do we do? What do we do? Do we invest money into mathletes? Do we invest money? So for America's 250th birthday, are we going to see the National Science Fair? Wouldn't that be amazing, right? Let's imagine for a second, right? Our president didn't fully have his head so far up of his ass, all he can see is his own shit, right? What if, right? If we're talking about the United States trying to reclaim our place in the world, where is the National Science Fair that's going to be debuted on the 250th anniversary of our country, right? Students around the country are going to compete in science and technology. High school students are going to compete in science and technology, and the best and brightest our country has are going to be brought to Washington, D.C., so everybody can be awed by them. Fuck football play. Are football players going to build this country? Fuck no. NBA players? Fuck no. Golfers? Golfers, right? Those are the people that are going to build our country. So let's celebrate the next generation of scientists and engineers, right? That is a practical thing that we could do with relatively little expense for this country that would build the foundations of our society. But no, we're not going to do that, are we? We're just going to bitch, whine, moan, and fucking complain about Chinaman all the time, aren't we? But anyway, your parasocial daddy is just tired. Look, I ran 15 miles. I'm just too tired to be polite today. I'm sorry. US-based cybersecurity giant CrowdStrike warned Tuesday of increasing cyber attacks from China-based entities aimed at stealing AI to narrow the tech gap with the US. And I would just, whenever you look at this stuff, again, just like, what are they actually stealing AI? Like, what does that actually mean? Like, what the fuck are they stealing? The Chinese entities accounted for more than 58% of state-sponsored targeted cyber attacks aimed at tech companies, especially their AI assets, CrowdStrike reported. Quote, China and Nexus adversaries are escalating espionage against technology organizations to steal the AI capabilities and intellectual property they cannot build fast enough on their own, CrowdStrike said in a statement. The analysis covered events over the 12 months to March 31. U.S. restrictions on China's access to AI training chips have restricted Beijing's tech development, although homegrown AI models have sought to slash operating costs while offering nearly similar intelligence. Chinese affiliated cyber attacks targeted government communications in Southeast Asia and, quote, maintained persistent access to North American tech organizations by taking advantage of vulnerabilities. Earlier this year, U.S. AI giants Anthropic and OpenAI complained that Chinese companies extracted competitive intelligence from the American tech companies. Analysts at the time cautioned that the boundaries of illicit behavior could be blurry. And just when I talk about this horse crap right here, when Anthropic and OpenAI bitched like whiny little fucking dogs that have been fucking they did distillation. I don't even want to call it a distillation attack. They did distillation, right? They accessed your systems to train their AI. Why is it when you scrape the world, right? When your systems cause so much damage to the global web infrastructure, you say that's the cost of that's the cost of the future, right? But when a Chinese company does distillation, right, connects to your systems, that's a bridge too far, right? We saw this with Meta, right? With Meta apparently was using a database of pirated books. So all of these books have been illegally scanned, right? All of these books are now set up on the internet. And look, that is what it is, right? If you want to go up and grab a copy of a pirated book, I'm not going to get into that argument, right? But we have like a $1.5 trillion company. I forget what Meta is currently at now, but it's like $1 trillion. We have a $1 trillion company training their AI on pirated books. But somehow that's, come on, Eli, come on. You expect Mark Zuckerberg to actually go through the process of appropriately licensing the material so that it can be used in the training regime of their AI? That is preventing the future right there. That's what a Luddite you are, Eli. Oh, China, again, connects to your systems using freely available access systems that allow them to connect to your systems. They then use connection to your systems to improve their AI. That's a harbinger of World War III right there. Anyway, Parasocial Dad is tired today. Parasocial Dad is just tired. So we're just going to see more of this as America continues to fail. And as I've said many times, we don't have to continue to fail. I am not anti-America. I am very pro-America, right? And here's the thing. We need to appropriately fund STEM education in the schools. We need to give young people, we need to show young people the path that STEM education can take them in order to have the types of successful lives that they want to have going forward. We need things like improvements in our healthcare system. So if you decide to go and start a startup company and you have a kid, you don't have to worry about going bankrupt, because when your kid goes out to play Little League soccer or baseball or whatever, they break their leg. And since you're creating a startup company, you don't have appropriate health insurance, and it's going to cost you $50,000 to get your kid's leg, fixed or whatever else. Like think of, and again, when I talk about all this stuff, this is all very relatively simple, practical, affordable things that we can do. right? A national science fair, right? Improving STEM education in the schools, improving things like health insurance access for people who literally want to create startup companies. There are so many people out there, right? They're knowledgeable because there's this idea that's just wrong, right? It's a truism that's wrong. It's truthy, as Colbert used to say, right? There's this idea that young people create startup companies. One of the reasons so many young people create startup companies is because they don't have fucking responsibilities, right? And that's why they come up with so many stupid fucking ideas. Because when you take a 20-year-old numb fucking nut and you say, how do you think the world should be better? They're going to give you the ideas that would come from a 20-year-old fucking numb nut. Right? You look at a 40-year-old or a 45-year-old, they've been in the field for 20 years, they're highly educated, they understand all of the pain points. There's literally products and services that they would buy today, but nobody is providing those products or services. And so they want to go out and launch a startup company to focus on the problems that people actually have and that people are more than happy to shell out money for. But again, with a startup company, no matter how good the idea is, it's going to take time. And if you're a 40-year-old and you've got a spouse and you've got 2 kids and you've got a mortgage, is the reason you're not starting a startup company because you're a fucking coward? You're a beta coward? No, it's because you've got responsibilities and our civilization literally punishes you for trying to push the ball forward. But anyways, we could focus on any of that. All of that is what we can solve. Like, we can try to push forward. Or we can cry about Chinaman all the time. We can bitch, whine, moan, and cry about Chinaman all the time. The problem isn't that we're not educating our kids. The problem isn't that our civilization literally punishes people for innovation. The problem isn't that literally we don't know where the hell we're going as a society anymore. None of that's the issue. The issue, Chinaman. Man, anyways, we're going to see more of this. We're going to see so much of this horse crap. And so, yeah, anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about the Chinese espionage against our AI technology? What do you think about the fact that they're not actually defining like what that AI technology is? Like, no, seriously, like, no, like, are they downloading entire models? Like did OpenAI come out with a trillion parameter model and then some sneaky Chinese guy came in and stole it? Like, is that what happened? Like, what? Like, literally, what are they actually steal? Like, anyways, put your thoughts. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, you want them on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, there's a link down below. Also, if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.